So here we've created our form to collect the data, and I've asked you all to fill it out, and I do thank you. So here was my form, and it's really a way of crowdsourcing our favorite Vermont breweries. I realize a lot of you maybe don't like beer or don't go to Vermont breweries, but it was something that I was interested in, so I wanted to see if I could crowdsource that. So whatever topic you use, that's fine. And I was sure that you included the address. I kept it simple, maybe a website link and comments. So here was my data, and I thank those of you who filled it out. Thank you very much. And so I have a column of favorites, the names of the breweries, where they're located. Now, as I'm screening through it, let's see, Windsor, I'm looking at the data, and you need to be clear when you're collecting data that your data is clean. And so that means if I'm going to map this, which we are, I can already see some issues that are going to come up. But I'll address those I'll show the problems as we do it. So I have my sheet. I'm going to my folder where I keep all the files associated with this. And I'm going to go to New, and I'm going to More, and I'm going to go to My Maps. We're using Google My Maps. And what we're going to do is create pins and locate each of those breweries that people have entered into my survey. So I'm going to give my map a title, and I'm going to call it my Vermont Breweries. And I'm just going to give this one a 2 because I'll leave it there. And then you could put a description. I'm going to close it. Excuse me, I'm going to close that. So I have a blank map here. And if you look at the interface, it's just like Google Maps. So we're creating a Google map. And here it says layers. You can import up to 10 layers. So I'm going to import one layer, and that's going to be the sheet that was created from my survey. And so I'm going to click on that. I'm going to give it a title. I'm going to go, again, these are the favorite Vermont breweries, and hit save. And now I'm going to click on import. And when you hit import, now I'm not going to upload a sheet. I'm going to go to Google Drive, and I'm going to find the folder that I have it in. And here we have to drill down, and I'm going to find that sheet. And here it is, Vermont Breweries. I'm going to click on that. I'm going to select it. So now it's looking at all the columns. Now this is important. This is going to ask you, where do you want the pin place marks? This is where it has to be the address. So where is it? Right there. And now what do I want labeled on each pin? And that's going to be the name of the brewery. I'm going to hit finish. So now it's going to put a pin wherever that address was. But notice the little comment here. It says one row couldn't be shown on the map. Fix the error. So I'm going to click on that. I'm going to open the database that it created from my sheet. And there it is. There's the problem. It has 2 addresses, and it doesn't know where to put the pin. So what I'm going to do, and I can do, I'll get rid of the Boston. Just click, change, get rid of that. And so it located at Windsor. Now I know that I have a Windsor Harpoon Brewery. I can put it in again. So essentially what I'm going to do, I'm going to copy this, and I'm going to go to the form. I'm going to fill it out myself. And I'm going to, because I know I'll just have it there twice. And this one was in Boston, Mass. And I can copy the URL. Here it is. I have that sheet open, so I can copy it there. Control C. And there we go. So I'm going to hit submit. Now the problem is, with my maps, it doesn't sync live. It changed this sheet, but up here, it didn't change this data. There's no live sync. Once you enter your data into My Maps, you've got to redo it, reload it yourself manually. It's not an auto sync. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to delete that layer, delete. I'm going to go back here. Now, I cleaned it up in the other one, so I'm going to get rid of Boston there because I have it down here. So I have Harpoon Brewery in the Boston location and in the Windsor location. So that's clean. I don't see any other double entries, and everything has a Vermont or a state and a town. So you need to make sure you have those. So I think my data is pretty clean. So now I'm going to have to upload it again. So I'm going to, once again, I'm going to upload. I'm going to go to Google Drive. I'm going to drill down. So as you see, it's a little cumbersome. And so you have to make sure you have all your data before it's done. And I'll show you in the advanced option 2, there's a live sync, a way to do it with live sync. But for now, I'm just doing a simple map. Favorite brewery finished. So now it's going to load. And you see I didn't give that layer a title there. It automatically pulled the title. So it pinned all of them. But now they're all blue. I mean, if I click on them, I can see it gives a time. I don't need the timestamp. There's comments, but I didn't enter any. I can click on the link for the brewery. But I want to get rid of the timestamp. Now, I don't want to go to each pin and do it. So if I go up here and I hit open the data table, here's the data table. And if I click on this, I can actually delete that column. Now, it's not deleting it from the real spreadsheet, just from the map spreadsheet or the table here. And I can make sure it's all cleaned up. There we go. I can hit close. So now when I click on a pin, there it is. It's just clean. It's the favorite, where it's located, the link to the brewery. It opens up on another tab, and there you go. So there's my simple one, but now everything's blue. All the pins are blue. I might want to make them a little different. So if I click on this, uniform style, instead of uniform style, I might want to do a by data column. So here I'm going to do it my favorite brewery. So it's going to give a different color for every brewery. And now, let's see, so labels, favorite brewery, there we go. So it gives the label, and it gives a different color for each one. Because as you can tell, and it lists them here as well, it tells you how many you have for Hill Farmstead. There's 3, Harpoons 2, Alchemist 2. So you get numbers there. And then when you go to the map, you'll see here, they'll probably, oh, that's a different one. That's not Hill. I can zoom in. Here we go. Let's just zoom in a little bit. Whoop. So here we go. Click on that. Oh, there it's over there. Okay, so you see there's 2 pins there, the same color for Hill Farmstead. So I put a couple of pins in. So I have my map, I have my list, and I can share it. I can preview what other people are going to see. So now this is how it's going to look for people that click on it, and they can see our crowdsourced breweries, and they can check them out, what people had said. Here, this one, 14th star, gives the link. Here's a comment. I can go back, and now I can share, or I can edit it. And so let's see what's up here. Oh, that's just my account. I don't need that. And let's go back to my maps. So here's the map again. Let's see what else we can change in it. Now we could bring in another layer. So say I have brewery locations. You might want to add a layer for restaurants, for favorite Vermont restaurants. So you can make another sheet. You could, and then just instead of calling it breweries, you could be favorite places in Vermont, and you can add that other layer and just have it. But you don't want to confuse things too much. So here I'm going to share it, and you need to make it public. So specific right now, only specific people can access it, but I want to make it public. So people don't have to sign in. Anybody can access it. So I've published it. Here's the link up here. Again, I can share it in my Google Plus here, or email it, or put it on Facebook. Now here I could prevent other edit. Like if I share it with someone to edit, I could prevent them from changing it or adding new people, but I'm not going to do that. And so now I copy that link. Let's just see what other people see. So here is the link to the map that people will see, and that's your crowdsourced map. So I hope you have fun with maps, and I also hope you look at the advanced options as well, where you can have a live sync for your data. So here I'm going to, again, as I said, I want you to, let me close that. I want you to share it with our community. So to do that, you could take the link that I just put up there and go to the community and share it. Or again, you can go back to, let me just close it. So if you forget how to get there from, so here I'm in my folder, and this is what it created right here. It's a little pin, a red with a little pin on it. And you open it up. Now this is the editor. You don't want to share this with people. You want to click on the share button right there, share. And you can copy this right there and put it in the community, or click on here, Google Plus, and this is where you find our community. And again, I'm already on our community, Multimedia Apps and Tools, and you could say something about it. It is my crowdsourced map for a week. And then again, if I click on post, you're going to pick week 13. Click 13. And there we go, hit done. So now when you go to the community, it should be there. And I'll scroll down. There we are. And that's what it's going to look like. And then so other people, again, can open it up and they can find your location. So good luck. And there we go. And have fun.